Hi Year 6, Mr. Martin here. Hope you guys had a really good break over Easter and that you guys are ready to get stuck into your learning for Term 2. The purpose of this video today is to talk you through our weekly learning docs. This is something that Mrs. Jarrett and I are going to be trialling for the first 2 weeks, and we may continue to do it for the rest of the term. The purpose of these docs is to see the work that you guys are doing every single day, and so that we can provide you guys with some feedback quickly and efficiently on the work that you are doing. So the first thing we're going to do is just have a look about what the doc actually looks like. So here you can see we've got Monday work, morning session, middle session, afternoon session, and then there's a bit of a checklist down the bottom. Tuesday has got morning session, middle session, afternoon session, and that will continue to go through up until Friday. Now, what we would like for you to do is that you can do your work directly into this Google Doc for stuff like literacy contract, for your shared reading, for your independent reading, for your guided reading. Or the other option is that you can do your work into a workbook and then take a photo and upload it into these different sections here. The reason we want to do this is that, like I said before, we want to try and give you guys some feedback and see the work that you're doing at home, because we know you guys are working really hard and sometimes we don't always get to see all that fantastic work. So we want to make sure that we can see all the work that you're doing and give you the praise and the feedback that you require. As I said before, there are 3 sessions here in the middle. So you can choose. You can follow the timetable that is outlined here on our Google Slides that we post daily still, or you can do them in different time sections. Like you might choose to do 10 minutes of independent reading when you first get up in the morning, and then you might have a little bit of a break and do something else, and then move on to maybe your writing, shared reading, or your literacy contract. We don't mind how you do it. You can follow the exact timetable here in that order, or you can choose to do it individually, however you want to. So, moving on from there, you can see down the bottom here that we have got this little checklist. The purpose of that is for you to be able to say at the end of the day, I can see that I have done all these things that I needed to do that were posted onto our daily slides. What I would do personally is, as I'm going through and as I do an activity, I'd use this part here as a bit of a checkbox. The second I do independent reading, I might fill out that section there, so I know at the end of the day that I've done my independent reading. As I'm working through the tasks that I need to do on those Google Slides, I'd go through and use those boxes down the bottom as a bit of a checklist. Now, for something like your writing, which is going to be a process that you're going to be working through for the entire week, doing a little part in this section here, maybe on Monday, and then doing a little part down the bottom here isn't going to be very efficient. So what I'm going to go through again is talking about how I can do a hyperlink, which we talked about last term, so I can have a separate Google Doc and do my writing directly onto there, and then put it here into my work. So say that I start here on Monday and I'm going to put writing down here. I'm going to highlight that, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to Insert, a link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Google Drive here. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go here to my writing example, open up that document. Now, I'm going to copy the hyperlink by clicking into here and going Command-C. To copy that link, I'm going to go back to my Google Doc page, and I'm going to go here, Command-V, and press Apply. Now that that is in blue and highlighted, what I can do is I can click onto that, and it takes me directly to that work, so that I don't need to go into a little section of my writing in Monday, a little section of my work on Tuesday, and a little section of my work on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. It just means that it's all in one nice place so that we can read it and access it. Now, where can I access this from? What you will need to do to access this Google Doc is that you'll need to go to classwork. Underneath here where it says Weekly Learning Docs, Term 2, that is where you will be able to access it, and every student is going to have their own copy. That means that you won't be working on somebody else's work, it'll just be your own. So Mrs. Jarrett and I can go through each day and see the work